We are Enactus University College Utrecht. Enactus UCU is a team of international students working together with business and faculty advisors who are mutually committed to improve the life of others with sustainable entrepreneurial projects. UCU is the International Honors College of Utrecht University. Located between the Uithof and Utrecht City Center, UCU represents a community of students from all over the world. Because students have diverse backgrounds, we have the unique opportunity to learn from each other's experiences and understand each other's cultures. We are currently the only Enactus team in the Netherlands that comes from a university college. Our team was established in 2006 and consists of only 23, but 23 dedicated and motivated students, representing 11 different nationalities. The diversity in our team explains why we have sought to make a difference beyond the borders of our Utrecht, beyond the borders of our campus and the city of Utrecht. We have strived to make a difference abroad from the Netherlands. Next to that, we also want to make a difference in our own backyard, here in Utrecht. By working on a local level, we want to help people in need that are underprivileged in our own community.
Hi, I am Lena. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm the project leader of Project Coffee Corner, and I joined Enactus because I wanted to make my own personal contribution to society.
I'm Adam. I'm from the United States. I'll be speaking about Project Golega. I joined Enactus because I want to spread the American dream in a social way.
I'm Konstantin. I'm from Germany and currently chair of Enactus UCU. I joined Enactus because I want to empower people in need. Together, we contribute our skills to help people in need in the most progressive, sustainable, and eco-friendly way, fulfilling our mission statement to identify and empower people in need through social entrepreneurship. We have experienced that in order to fulfill this mission statement, we are typically guided by the following three principles: establish, enhance, and empower. First, we establish a project by identifying a target group and completing a need assessment. Then, we enhance our project by continuously allocating time and energy in an appropriate way. Third, and this is most important, we want to empower our target groups by equipping them with the needed skills and resources that pave the way for a self-sustainable project. We have applied this principle in our 4 active projects, of which some are less developed, while others are already well established and develop further and further. During this presentation, we want to concentrate on our most 2 developed projects, Project Paranadreef here in Utrecht and Project Golega in Ethiopia.
We would like to start off with a project that is close to home called Project Coffee Corner. This project is part of a bigger social project called Project Parana and is located in Overvecht, one of the underdeveloped neighborhoods in Utrecht. The project is set up by 2 Dutch organizations called the Tussenvoorziening, an organization that supports temporarily homeless people, and Portaal, a housing corporation that likes to support projects such as this. Project Paranadreef consists of 5 floors. On the upper 4 floors, housing units are created to accommodate approximately 30 students and 30 temporarily homeless people. On the bottom floor, 4 business units are created, which can be rented out to social companies. The aim of this project is to help the temporarily homeless people reintegrate into society. While preparing themselves for a successful reintegration, the temporarily homeless people are supported by social workers within the project. The social companies on the bottom floor will hopefully function as a link between the project and the neighborhood. By incorporating the 2 target groups into the building. The first target group is formed internally by the temporarily homeless people. The second target group consists of an external body formed by the local residents living nearby. The aim is to recruit some of these local residents to volunteer or to work within the social companies on the bottom floor. In a later stage of the project, the temporarily homeless people could also start to work in these social companies, but that's not something we're focusing on right now. During the last national competition, this project had just been set up. Over the course of a year, the project has developed tremendously. The building has been built, the living units have been created, and part of the inhabitants already moved in. Enactus UCU has approached the Tussenvoorziening and Portaal, hoping to make a significant contribution to the project by helping the target groups through social entrepreneurship. Enactus was assigned one of the business units, which marked the beginning of our new project, Project Coffee Corner. At this exact same moment, we started with the establishment of our project. While establishing Project Coffee Corner, Enactus UCU carried out 3 tasks. We located our target groups, we performed a needs assessment, and we set up a business plan. The target groups of our project are identical to those of the Paranadreef project. The employees of this coffee corner is what makes this endeavor a social one. It is our aim to find volunteers from within the building as well as from outside the building. The coffee corner will be open for a couple of hours per day and will perform 3 functions. It will hopefully create a positive link between the building and the neighborhood. It will function as a meeting place for the local residents, and we hope that in the near future, it will be rented to nearby companies to have meetings and assemblies. The needs assessment, which was conducted in a nearby neighborhood, showed us that there was quite a bit of interest among local residents to volunteer within the coffee company. Furthermore, we have created a business plan, which we will use to approach sponsors in the upcoming months. This brings us to the current phase of our project, enhancement. During this phase, we are hoping to obtain the necessary funds and sponsors for the project. In order to achieve this goal, we have had many meetings with Portaal and the Tussenvoorziening. During these meetings, we have tried to create a stable and sound position for ourselves as Enactus within the bigger social project. And we've discussed many issues relating to the final responsibility over the coffee corner. Finally, even though the establishment phase isn't finished yet, we can already make sound predictions about how we will empower people in the future. Theoretically speaking, the coffee corner empowers various stakeholders. In the first place, the temporarily homeless people will experience substantial benefits from the coffee corner. Even if they decide not to work there, they will benefit from the positive link it has with the neighborhood. Furthermore, the coffee corner will establish a meeting place for the local residents and will equip volunteers with handy work skills and work experience by working in the coffee corner. Finally, the coffee corner will theoretically benefit Enactus both financially and personally. If the coffee corner turns out to be profitable, we can reinvest the money in the coffee corner and in other Enactus projects. Also, a sustainable coffee corner will personally have a lot of impact on us, Enactus UCU. As managing a long-term project such as this will teach us a lot about entrepreneurship. Where's my card? Oh. Okay, finally. Personally, we can already say that it already had a profound impact on us by doing this in practice. Meeting with the different stakeholders, setting up a business plan, and learning more about our target groups has gained us extremely entrepreneurial skills and insights.
Now we present you with Project Golega. Golega is a project that lies close to our hearts because Golega University is UCU's sister university. Our project aims to establish a school supply store to cater to the local learning community at Golega University, which currently enrolls 21,000 students in Ethiopia. As a result of close collaboration between our dean, Rob van der Waart, and Golega's dean, Fakadu Bayen, we have established a series of ongoing projects, from regular interaction between our Enactus team and Golega Student Union to involvement in the UCU in Africa summer program. Following this tradition, in 2012, a delegation of students from UCU had the pleasure to travel to Ethiopia. Among them was one of our Enactus representatives, who is now an alumna. When she was there, we discerned a number of aspects about the university that spoke to the Enactus approach, and opportunities to encourage the socio-economic development of a group in need. One of the specific impressions that remained with us after listening to their students for our needs assessment was the lack of general school supplies. School supplies had to be bought over 300 kilometers away in Addis Ababa, depriving students of accessible materials that come at an affordable price. These basic supplies included binders, books, paper, pens, and pencils. When we came back from Ethiopia, we had a target group, a needs assessment, and our UCU management team even approached us asking for our input. Considering the initial ingredients were ready, Enactus UCU began to establish Project Golega. Before we could activate our entrepreneurial skills and transform this project from theory to something truly tangible, an initial investment was needed. We were told we would need to raise 1,250 euros to America to order the initial stock of supplies. With this in mind, we executed a series of social events, such as organizing our own school supply sales, hosting art sales, and celebrating our very own bar party. With our school supply sales, we mirrored exactly what students at Golega wanted to do: order in bulk and provide accessible and affordable academic supplies. Within just one semester, our goal was complete. We raised 1,400 euros for our project in less than 6 months. Towards the end of the semester, we started working on a business proposal. Based on this, the Golega University Bookstore Board started drafting their business plan. Here's where the project began to enhance itself. Like a ping-pong match, the store's expected balance sheet and business plan was relayed back and forth many times. At one point, because of a misplaced decimal point, our initial investment was written down for 125,000 euros instead of our 1,250. All in all, the final business plan looked as follows, where we were responsible for the school supply costs, and Golega University management team offered to also cover costs for other products, such as office supplies and academic books. As responsibilities and decimal points were adjusted for, the project was enhanced. Now we focus on the impact Project Golega has had so far. Specifically, we focus on the last component of our Enactus UCU theme, to empower. First and foremost, when we look at practical empowerment, we can zoom in on 3 stakeholders in our model. Enactus UCU will financially empower the Golega University Bookstore Board with the 1,400 euros for investment. In addition, Enactus UCU indirectly, socio-politically empowers the training of a bookstore team, the students who will be running the store. Lastly, Enactus UCU has been able to personally empower itself in the sense that we've been able to promote the legitimacy of our capabilities. We pooled an investment, drafted it and agreed upon a business plan, and are planning to visit our target group again this summer. But we strive to empower many more. Firstly, the students running the store will be financially empowered in the sense that they will receive a wage for their services. Secondly, once the store is finalized, any of the 21,000 students at Golega University will be socioeconomically and academically empowered once they can purchase academic material to achieve life-lasting education. Lastly, given that all items sold from the store will meet a 5% profit margin, together with the bookstore board, Enactus UCU can allocate this profit to reinvest into the store or invest into other projects on their campuses and continue to empower the students in need. As of now, we are looking to visit Golega University over the summer to personalize our relationship with the bookstore team. This way, we can complete the financial transaction, provide any advice, and be one step closer to receiving monthly income statements from the store we helped elevate abroad. Our efforts abroad have challenged our cross-cultural understanding and communication abilities and broadened our perspective of social entrepreneurship.
As you have seen, 2 of our projects are already well established and develop further and further with every week that passes. Next to that, we as an Enactus team have also set up some other projects on a lesser developed stage and come up with new ideas and concepts during every full team meeting that we have. For the coming year, Enactus UCU has set itself some goals. First, we want to enter the bookkeeping phase in Project Golega. When this phase will be entered, however, will mainly depend on the progress of the amazing work that is done by Golega University. Second, we have the intention to develop Project Paranadrev to a more advanced level. What exactly Enactus UCU role will be when the stage has been entered still needs to be defined. Third, we want to complete the establishment phase of our new projects so that we can start to enhance these projects and finally empower our target groups. With our current and upcoming projects, we hope that we have made and will continue to make a profound impact in the lives of our target groups. In Project Paranadrev, we want to empower temporary homeless people on their intermediate step back into society. In Project Golega, we want to empower African students to provide themselves with academic supplies. We, as Enactus UCU, are convinced that empowering people in need is the best way of helping them to help themselves. We, as Enactus UCU, have pursued and will continue to pursue to follow our mission statement, which is to identify and empower people in need through social entrepreneurship.
Thank you, Enactus UCU. The final Q&A session.
Should we move back a bit?
The first question. Yes.
Yeah.
People see our
You want to go
butt.
step back? Then we can.
Peter Balverberg.
This
Thank
time?
you. It's about Project Golega. There are a lot of cultural differences between Europe and Africa. Did you take that into your study, and how did you do that?
Yes, it's definitely had an effect on our communications. Where we take Wi-Fi for granted, we have it on their trains. Sometimes they have to wait a week to get access to the internet. So other times they have a 2-week holiday when we're working. So one of the most difficult challenges of this project has been communication. But we've been able to work through that, and we're ready to go this summer and to meet face to face and really wrap this up.
Another question. Yes. Mr. Leon Wijnands with ING.
I won't ask any critical financial questions because I feel the eyes of your colleagues in my back. So I have one on the coffee corner. Is it scalable? So can we make it bigger, or are the boundaries set by the venue that you're working in? Is it scalable to make it bigger?
Yep.
Expand?
Yeah, I think so. As of right now, the coffee corner, like the building is there, but the coffee corner itself is not there yet. So if I would say it will take over Netherlands, I think that's a bit optimistic. But
like
the
a McDonald's with coffee corners.
But the concept as it is, I strongly believe in. So yes, of course, it's scalable.
Zakke van der Velde with Hebbingen.
In your Coffee Corner project, which is a very encouraging project, congratulations on that, you said that you seek to recruit people from the neighborhood and from the inhabitants. Which criteria do you set in order to get the best people for the job?
I would say for the people who will work in the coffee corner, that they would have to have some sort of social skills to be able to do that. But we also want to involve some people in organizing the coffee corner itself. And to recruit those, we would obviously have to have interviews with them to see if they have the necessary skills for that. So I would say different criteria for the people just serving coffee and people thinking with us.
Any further questions? Herman Dijkhuizen.
Thank you. You are elaborating on 2 projects, and they are in the early phase, but you are already existing for a long period of time. Could you tell me a little bit what happened in between? Because I can imagine that you also have some projects in more mature phases.
Do you want to know about our old project or about the current projects that we're just setting up now?
No, I think you elaborated a lot about what you are starting. For me, it is much more about your sustainability of what you're doing. How sustainable is your own business model? Because I don't hear anything about former projects, how they're going, and things like that.
We had a quite successful project in our neighborhood of the campus. It's called Artlings Project. That project and single mothers that were empowered by creating their own arts and selling them. We had this project running over the last 4 to 5 years, and now we entered the point where we gave it in their hands. So it's becoming self-sustainable now, and the next year will show whether it's working out or not.
Huip de Kanter.
So one more thing on the Golega project. I understood that you have to bridge the gap of 300 kilometers between Addis Ababa and Golega University. But I just did not catch what the business model that you constructed adds to that part. So the logistics, for instance, or what have you?
Well, the store will be on campus. So instead of going 300 kilometers, which would take an entire day, they now have it there on their campus. And we're ordering it in bulk, so it's also much less expensive. It's much more affordable for them. And the profit that we're going to make is going to go back into the school. So there's potential for expanding what we're doing there with Golega.
Perfect timing. Your time has expired. Thank you very much, Enactus UCU.